The short you're gonna watch at the end of this video is less than 2 minutes long, but in order to create it, I had to replace broken gear, repurpose old gear, play 2 different characters' parts, and create 30 different fusion compositions. Oh, and I was doing all the editing in the first beta version of Davinci Resolve 18. To find out how that went, stick around. But for now, let's jump into the pre-production of the 3rd and final installment of the Vacation series. In the past, I've used both Notion and Tascade for pre-production. You've heard me talk about them on my channel before, but for this short, I wanted to go a little bit deeper into storyboarding and shot listing and gear lists and all of that stuff, and I wanted it to be easy. So I signed up for Milanote and decided to give it a try, and I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. Milanote's not sponsoring this video, by the way, but they're definitely becoming my go-to app for pre-production work, especially on these shorts and other narrative work that I do. I was able to create a script and a shot list and a storyboard and a gear list and a to-do list and just all the things all in one spot. It gave me all the tools that I needed in order to prepare for this short. If you want me to do a more detailed breakdown of my pre-production process, then let me know in the comments. But for now, let's jump into production because that was one hell of an adventure. Hi, welcome to my living room. Today we are filming the final episode of The Vacation, the epic conclusion of all of these little shorts that I've been putting together over the last year or so, I guess, I don't know. How long ago was Project Redlum? Anyway, pretty soon this living room is going to be transformed into my green screen room because, well, we're jumping back into Unreal Engine. Only for a short bit though. I changed the plan a little bit. This is kind of like the epic, face-off between myself and my clone. It's, if it goes off the way that it's in my head, it's gonna be pretty sweet. But I don't have a lot of time to get this done, so let's go ahead and let's take care of some stuff. So that all happened about 3 days before I actually started filming. Why did it take me 3 days to start filming? Well, that is going to be a problem right there. That is my monitor, which was working in my office about 10 minutes ago, but it's not working now, and I'm not sure why. The problem with not having a functional external monitor is the fact that the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K doesn't have a flip-out screen or continuous autofocus, which causes problems when you need to be the person both behind and in front of the camera. An external monitor is really necessary. So I ended up ordering the 5-inch 12G HDR video assist monitor from Blackmagic Design, which is total overkill for most of the work that I do, but it really is a fantastic monitor. If you want me to do a more detailed review of that, let me know in the comments. But for now, let's just get back to production. All right, just like usual, we got the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K with the EFS 17 to 55 f2.8. We've got the Small Rig Mini Matte Box. We've got the brand new Blackmagic Design 12G Video Assist Monitor, 5-inch. And we are on an old cheap mic stand because my tripod broke today, which is, you know, fun. And then other than that, we've got my Fazatan flexible LED light here for lighting. We've got my Nanlite Pavo tubes lighting the green screen, and we've got my Deity S-Mic 2S on a mic stand with a boom arm. And that's the setup for today. Oh, right, forgot to tell you, the day that I actually set up to really film, I found out that one of the legs on my tripod was broken. Now, granted, that tripod's 4 years old. This is all like inexpensive gear that I got when I was just getting started, and it's finally starting to break down, and 4 years is a good run time for inexpensive gear, but it's just so damn inconvenient. But once I got all of the equipment set up, I filmed my green screen part, then my clone's green screen part, then my office part, then the clone's office part. You get the idea. It's very time consuming to play 2 different characters in the same video. I will say I did make one pretty big mistake when filming this video. I got very confused as to where I should be standing and what direction I should be looking in, and I just got all turned around, and I'm not sure how much of a deal that actually was. I don't know if it's too confusing or not, so stick around till the end of this video, watch this short, then let me know in the comments, was it too distracting? Was it okay? I want to know. This is why I do this, so I can learn and get better. Once I had all of my filming done, I jumped into editing. Now, the great thing about working with green screen is it's fairly painless to switch your plan on a whim. For example, for this short, I was originally going to have the confrontation between myself and my clone take place in that same world that I had created in Unreal Engine that I've been using for the other videos in this series. But then I thought, what if we actually switched locations, added a new level to this story? Maybe that could work. So that's what I ended up doing. And to do that, I jumped into Davinci Resolve. I edited out a rough timeline so I could have kind of an idea of length. And then I created a fairly long video that's just fog on top of a black background, exported that as its own video, and then I could use that as the background for all of my fusion composition. From there, I refined the timeline and then started creating all of my fusion clips, complete with more fog and energy bursts and anything else that I needed in order to complete the shot. There weren't really any over-the-top effects that I did in Fusion. It was just a lot of delta keys and tracking and polygons and my new favorite third-party plugin, which is Red Giant's Unmult. It's great for getting rid of black backgrounds on like the fog and the energy burst elements. It's really, I absolutely love it. And before you jump into the comments and say, but you can just change the blend mode of the merge node to add or screen or whatever it is in the Fusion page, that gets really messy when you have a whole bunch of elements with the black background in this same Fusion composition. It's multiply, that's the one. Multiply really only works when you have one single element with a black background in it. Once you're getting to more, you need some other stuff, and Red Giant's Unmult is the absolute best. They're not sponsoring this video either, but I'm talking about the stuff that I used to make the video, and I absolutely love it. Also, since we're talking about stuff that we're using, if you're enjoying all of these little things that I'm doing to my screen recording and you're wondering how I'm doing that, that's all courtesy of the M Tutorial pack from Motion VFX. They're not sponsoring this video, but it's a really cool pack. It's linked below. You should check it out. Let's get back to editing. Like I said, there were 30 different Fusion compositions in this little, 2-minute long video. And I was using the first beta release of Davinci Resolve 18. And I was really wondering how Davinci Resolve 18 was going to handle this, because the early beta releases of new Davinci Resolve versions kind of have a history of stability problems. But to my great surprise and delight, Davinci Resolve 18 actually handled it pretty well. There were some stability issues. I had to, force close a couple times. It did crash once or twice, but, other than that, wasn't a big deal. Render cache did prove to be a little bit finicky at times too. Don't know what that's about, but overall, Davinci Resolve 18 handled itself pretty well. The only thing that I really don't get about Davinci Resolve 18, the thing that kind of infuriates me, is the fact that I can't use depth mask and surface track in the Fusion page. They're only in the color page. And these are like perfect tools for compositing. Why can't I use them on the page for compositing? I don't get it. Somebody please explain it to me. Anyway, once I was done with all my Fusion compositions, I jumped into the color page to do some color grading, which was really easy because I've used the same color grade for both the other episodes of The Vacation. So it was really just a matter of copy and paste, and then I was on to sound design. And unlike The Vacation Part 1 and Part 2, which had almost no dialogue in them, The Vacation Part 3 is almost all dialogue, but there was still a lot of work to do with sound design
in order to sell the story. And as usual, today's sponsor, Artlist, came to the rescue. Artlist is where I get all of the music and sound effects for all of my video projects. And if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know why. They've got a huge selection of high quality music and sound effects to choose from. In fact, I can't remember a time when I went to Artlist and didn't find what I was looking for. For example, for this short, I needed some room tone and some weird atmospheric, creepy sounds and some fire effects and a fireball and even like heavy breathing from a man. And Artlist had me covered the entire way. And with Artlist's unlimited license, I can use all of that music and all of those sound effects on YouTube and social media and film and television and commercial work. You get where I'm going with this. You're just covered everywhere. Artlist will be linked below if you want to check them out. If you sign up using that link, you'll also get 2 free months on top of your annual subscription. Thank you so much, Artlist, for sponsoring this video and for continuing to support creators like me. Now, let's get back to sound design. Once I gathered all of my audio assets, the first thing that I needed to do was make myself sound like a demon. Stick around for a couple minutes, watch the short, you'll see what I'm talking about. In order to do that, I took the one line that I needed to change and I copied it and layered it on top of each other a couple times and then just played around with the pitch of the different clips until I got a sound that I liked. Then I added in my atmospheric sounds and my room tone in order to get the sound that I was going for, the feeling that I was going for, and then I added in all of my well-timed sound effects so that things that should have sound had sound. And then after that, I did some mastering work, exported the video, and I was done. So without further ado, I'm going to bed, but please enjoy The Vacation Part 3. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to bed. I still need to edit this video. It needs to be out in the morning. So here's the short. Impressive, isn't it? You? What are you doing here? I've always been here. The real question is, how didn't you notice? Notice what? Wait a minute. Was this all you? This whole world? That creature? Oh yeah. And not just that. Before you even entered this world, I was there, showing you what was to come. Little snippets of what I had in store for you. This little vacation, that's just the icing on the cake. But, I mean, why? Why do all this? Because you lied to me. Whoa, wait, I lied to you? I never lied. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're a liar, Jay. You're just a big, fat liar. Dude, honestly, I have no idea what— Project Redlum, Jay. Project Redlum. Oh, does that ring a bell? Yeah, I did some investigating. I read your files. I read the emails. You knew exactly what that experiment would do to me, and you said nothing. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I just thought— Thought what? Thought I couldn't handle it? Thought it might drive me crazy? Well, clearly I was right. Look, man, really, I'm sorry. Let me make it up to you. It's too late. Dude, I'm gonna make some coffee. You want some? Sure. Yeah, man. That'd be great. Thanks. Cool. I trapped myself. I don't know how to get out.